Hello friends, welcome to Tech Blooms. In this video, we'll be discussing about modes of operation in BJT. Before doing modes of operation, let's do a quick derivation. We are depicting the relationship between alpha and beta. Alpha is the current amplification factor and beta is the base transport factor. Now these parameters of BJT I've already explained in my previous video. I'll be giving the link in the description. You can go to that. So now we'll derive a relationship between alpha and beta. So we have an equation IE equal to IC plus IB. That is the emitter current is equal to the collector current plus the base current. Okay. Now we'll divide the equation by IC. So dividing this equation by IC, we get an expression IE upon IC equal to 1 plus IB upon IC. And we have alpha equal to IC upon IE and beta to be equal to IC upon IB. Now substituting to these parameters in this equation, we can get alpha in terms of beta and beta in terms of alpha. So here you have alpha equal to beta over 1 plus beta and beta equal to alpha over 1 minus alpha. Let's move to the modes of operation in BJT. As you all know, BJT is made up of two PN junctions connected back to back. So there are three possible modes in which BJT is operated. So that is the forward bias, second is the reverse bias, and the third one is the breakdown. The breakdown usually we avoid because it has no importance in case of transistors. Now as we have two PN junctions, so these two PN junctions, that is the emitter base junction and the collector base junction, to make the transistor to conduct current in four regions, that is the active region, saturation region and cutoff region and inverse active region. All this region explain the behavior of a transistors. So now here you can see a figure displaying all different modes, the active mode, the saturation mode and the cutoff mode. So each region or each mode will do in detail in my further slides. So now here I have used an NPN transistor for the explanation purpose. So first we'll do the active mode. The active mode is basically obtained by applying forward bias to the emitter base and the reverse bias to the collector base junction. That is, for example, in this case, emitter base junction is forward biased and your collector base junction is reverse biased. This collector base junction is reverse biased and the emitter base junction is forward biased. As a result, the collector current increases. The collector current increases linearly with the base current. The collector current will increase linearly with the base current. And this region is also called as linear region, and the transistor acts as an amplifier in this region. So amplification of the transistors usually takes place in this active mode. And here the transistor offers a dynamic resistance, that is offers a finite resistance between the emitter and the collector, that is offers finite resistance between the emitter and the collector region. So now we'll have a quick derivation sort of thing for the transistor operation in active mode. Now this is an NPN transistor with the input voltage Vi and RB is the base resistor, RC is the collector resistor and the current here is IC and this is the supply voltage VCC, this is IV. Now here while applying the input KVL, okay, we'll get an expression by applying KVL to the input section. We have Vi, that is going from minus to positive, so it will be Vi minus IBRB minus VB, that is base emitter voltage, equal to 0. Now rearranging the terms, we can get an expression for IB, that is IB equal to Vi minus VBE upon RB. VBE is nothing but 0.7, okay, and we know that IC is equal to due theta times IB, and this expression is obtained from the output KVL. Now while applying the output KVL, you have VCC minus ICRC minus VC, that is the collector voltage. So VC, by rearranging the terms, will get VC equal to VCC minus ICRC. Now here you can get 2 points to clear. That is, if you increase your input voltage from this expression, if you increase your input voltage, what will happen is that the IB will increase, the base current will increase, which in turn, if base current is increased, your collector current will also increase, which in turn reduces the collector voltage. As you can see here, input voltage will increase the base current, and which will increase the collector current, as it is IC is equal to beta times IB, linear proportion, and here BC will be decreasing because it's negative ICRC. So if IC is increased, your BC will be decreasing. So now here, how long the transistor will be in active mode? So that's one more point to be noted. So how long it will be is that till the voltage, that is VCB, that is base collector voltage, falls to 0. Till it falls to 0, till that time your transistor will be operating in active mode. Once it falls below 0, your transistor comes out of the active mode. So next is the saturation mode. In saturation mode, your emitter base junction and the collector base junctions are connected in forward bias. That is, your emitter and base are connected to forward bias. Even your collector and base are connected forward bias. Okay. Your base emitter voltage, that is VBE, is 0.7 or greater than 0.7, and your collector emitter voltage VCE is 0.2, okay, or less than 0.2. And here in this case, the transistor in saturation mode conducts high current, facilitates high current conduction. That is, the high current conduction from emitter to collector. There is high current conduction from emitter to collector. So as a result, there is a less effect of the depletion region. That is, the depletion region shrinks. Okay. And your collector emitter voltage is given by VC, which is equal to VC set, that is saturation voltage, which is nothing but 0.2 volts. The saturation voltage is nothing but 0.2 volts. And the saturation collector current is given by IC set equal to VCC minus VCE set divided by RC. And here is the figure. You can see this is the saturation mode. Next is the cutoff mode. In cutoff mode, your emitter base junction and the collector base junction are connected in reverse bias. That is, you are biasing your emitter and base in reverse, and even your collector base in reverse bias. So here what happens is that usually in this case the transistor is inactive. That is, it will not conduct current, and both the currents, that is, both the currents IC and IB are equal to 0, and it offers infinite resistance. So there is an infinite resistance here. So there is no current conduction from emitter to collector. So this in this case the transistor is said to be inactive, and your collector voltage will be just the supply voltage VCC. Now here you can see the cutoff mode in this figure. Next is the inverse active region. It is just opposite of your active region. What we were doing in active region is that your emitter base voltage was forward bias and your collector base voltage was reverse bias. But in this case, by reversing the conditions of the active mode. So in this case, your emitter base will be reverse bias, and your collector base junction will be forward bias. It is just opposite of your active region, and mostly it is not encountered in analog circuits, this mode. So whatever we have studied, we'll just list it in the tabular form. So here you can see different modes, 4 different modes: emitter base junction in BJT and collector base junction in BJT. You have active region. In that, your emitter base junction is forward bias. Here only we can take an example. So forward bias, and your collector base junction is reverse bias. And your saturation, both the things are forward bias. Both the junctions are forward bias. And your cutoffs, both the junctions, that is emitter base junction and the collector base junction, are reverse biased. And inverse active region, it is just opposite of your active region. So here inverse active, your emitter base junction is reverse biased and your collector base junction is forward biased. So hope you understood. Thanks for watching my video, and if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the like button if you like the video. Thank you.